We're going to see now beitzah Mizborch, the sechtes beitzah daf beis omid beis. We're starting a little bit earlier. It's in the beis omid aleph. So Ira b'shem gidl. Egel shenoil min atreife b'yointiv mut. Nice kedava muchen tome medava sheina muchen. It means even though the treif is not royal achila, but the 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 baby is inside the stomach, so it's not. It's a kedava muchen. It's like in a wrapped around with something. Doesn't mean that that thing is not muchen. Tamatanim. We learned there in Masechta Edius, Adin. Beitzas nevela. Im yesh ba kayotze b'nim keres b'shul. If it's already size that you sell it in the street, it means it's ready to eat. You sell it in the street, you only sell beitzas and gemuras. That's it's 100% ready. Muteres. Then it's mutter because it means it's not considered as the body of the nevela. It's considered like a separate thing. So this chicken died, nevela, and we found an egg inside the inside the stomach, inside the intestines, wherever the beitzah comes. So you found there an egg. So if that egg is in such a it's such a state that it's already at a size that you sell in the street, it's not considered like part of the nevela anymore. It's a separate thing and doesn't become usher when the chicken dies. Still saying no. That doesn't matter. Even if it's already 100% in a ripe stage, it since when it died, the chicken, this was inside the chicken, it's awesome. My time of the Beshamai, the Mura is actually it is not. It was already 100% fully ripe. And it means that when it came to Vela, this didn't become the Vela long. So if that's the reasoning, so who cares that it's still a bit smaller? It's not. They don't sell such a size. Can't we say a svara that it's not part of the chicken? And for the Gemara, it's mat shalosh the beitzim. So sometimes it's the beitzim are before even they become separated from. They go down a certain tube. They're just part of the animal itself. So that's why we aser any time when it's not 100% in a size that's sold b'shuk. According to Basil, Taki Basil say no anything if if it dies, you find the beitzah there, it's the beitzah the veil is also. So the Gemara, Shama Commissioner Achrayim Basil Commissioner Shayna. How can it be? So according to this, Basil says that if you find an egg in a dead chicken, it's like a gufa, you can't eat it. But we find somewhere else, similar case, that this is a Mishnah Rishayim, meaning to say we don't pass like this. Where do we find it? Means like this. There's a din that you're not allowed to make cheese. They use a certain rennet. It's found in the stomach of an animal. So what's the din if you find that animal died? You take out from the stomach, you take out that kind of enzymes. So the Mishnah says that the Mishnah Achroina is Allah Lamaisa is you're allowed to use it. Why? Because it's not kegufa. The keva rennet is not considered like that. It's just like Pirsha Ba'alma. It's just found inside the stomach. It doesn't mean that it's part of the animal. If it's a avodah zara, it's different. Avodah zara is the whole thing against us. But if it's just nevela, you're allowed to use the rennet. So how can it be that Beis Hillel goes against the Mishnah Achroin? Mishnah Achroin paskin that anything that's not part of the animal itself is mutter. And here Beis Hillel says that the basis nevela is also. We're going to say a side note that this halacha that if it's a goy did it, it's because of avodah zara goes according to Reb Lezer that says stam shevas akim la'akim. Stam shevas goy should say here goy. A goy usually thinks of avodah zara. That's his shitta. But that's not the issue here. So this I put in parentheses. But anyway. But so you must say that they changed that you're allowed to do it with a goy also. Levi Kavas Hakim should be here. Levi Kavas Anavela, Levi Kavas Goy. Levi Kavas Goy, Levi Kavas Goy. Akim here is wrong because the point is a goy. It's always when it says Akim, it should be written goy. Okay, now we're going to go on Rabbi Yechlish Mitzvah side of Chiba Ba. The lishon of Mitzvah Kavas a goy, Kavas and Vela Asura Pesher Shaina. Kavas is Asura according to Mishnah Shaina is Asur because we said that Mishnah Shaina said that it's a problem, or Shaina, that it's considered Kegufa Damya. Sheish Yankem Atreifa Kevosa Isura Kemishna Achrein. Oh, that's something else. It was Yoinik from a treif. So this is a different story because it got the milk from an Asra animal. And according to that, even from a goy, there's also chashash of treifa or tmeya. So that makes sense that this halacha shouldn't change. Even Mishnah Achroina should still say you cannot be maimed and a keva from a goy because the milk came from a tmeya or from a treifa. So Mishnah Achroina is basically focusing on this halacha that's the Kuli Alma. Mishnah Achroina said this din that if an avela animal died and you found the rennet inside the stomach, you can use it because that's not considered kegufa. So that's clear. This is the halacha that the Mishnah Achroina said. So again, we have a problem. How can Basil go like Mishnah Rishon? Usually Basil is the halacha, right? We paskin for sure like that. Then that what that you're allowed to be maimed the kavas on a vela. That's kuliyam moide. That's the halacha lamaisa because we don't consider the kava of an animal kekufa. So even if the animal is dead, you can take out from the stomach the kava, the rennet, or rennet. I think it's called rennet, and use that enzyme to make cheese. So why does Basil say that the beitzah nevel is asur? I was going to answer beitzah gedila gufa. Even makom achabos. No, beitzah lemaisa grows in the body of the chicken. So that's why Basil asur the beitzah nevel. V'ask hid omar biasa by Pim Shem Beich Maisa Bonav Shel Yehuda Ben Shema Shebikyu They Oisim Shalish Meis Tzitzayin. They killed over 300 sheep. Matam Hachom B'Tirke the same. So this is the Maisa the fact that it's not the same. Beitzah is one thing. Basil Asr is the basis of Nevela, but the Keva is a strong reason to be matter, as we said, because it doesn't come from the animal itself. It comes from the outside sources. It just turns into a certain enzyme in the stomach. So when the animal dies, you can use that enzyme to make cheese. Let's go weiter. So up to now we're discussing beitzah and noilda in the same day. We say reasons because it's like muktzah yavish. It's a thing that just you didn't have it in mind before Yontiv. Something new happened here in the middle of Shabbos. How about it's 2 days one after the other, Shabbos and Yontiv, smuchim zelazeh, close to each other, and was born on Yontiv if you can eat it the following Shabbos or vice versa. Was born on Shabbos, want to eat the following Yontiv. So Rebbe says, yeah, same machlekes. Still, Basil says he cannot eat it. So whereas Chanina Oilet Zeperoi, B'sficha Chardel, the Beitzah Kirb he passed like Rabbi Yehuda that it's awesome. So Sficha Chardel is a Mishnah Masechta Shvius where Rabbi Yehuda says that Sficha Chardel is mutter to eat a Shvius. All the Sfichim means wild plants you cannot eat besides mustard plants. That's what the Mishnah says there. Because nobody's choished that you did it, you planted it. So you're allowed to eat wild mustards. And beitzah, Kirab Yehuda. By these two things, Svicha Chard and beitzah, he paskened like Rabbi Yehuda. The Chumrah, there's the Kula and here's the Chumrah. Rabbi Yochanan, just the opposite. He said no. He said Tzvicha Chardu is also like the Rabbanon in Masechta Shvius. And here he said no. According to Basil, even according to Basil, the Asad Beitzah all the way Yantiv, Basil is matter, no to Bezen terrorist. So both of these psakim he went against Reb Chanina. Chanina was older than him, but he passed against him. He said in both things. He said the opposite. There he was machmer by Sfich Chardla, by Beitz he was mekel. He come ill train Milaya because of these two things. He left Tiberia and came to Tiberia. Omer, because Chanina was very upset. He said, why did you bring me this old man? So he didn't like that Yochanan was saying psakim against him. So Yochanan decided on his own to leave and not be in the same town of Chanina, and he went to Tveria because of that. Okay, this is the end of Daf Beis Amid Beis.